How does a frostmoth get close enough to anything that's not frozen in order to drink it when its wings are negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit? That's pretty crazy.
Is there a picture of Ash in the anime holding it? Is this adding to Ash's power scaling?
I'm sure. Yeah, Ash giving Goku a run for his money, dude.
You're tuned into the GOCast podcast, your one-stop shop for updates, news, tips, and community in the world of Pokemon Go. Thank you for listening.
A new adventure effect is being added to Pokemon GO Canon. A Dynamax Cannon, if you will.
September's Community Day may have you singing Wake Me Up When September Ends. And more on this episode of GOCast. Hello and welcome to the GOCast podcast, episode 336. It's August 7th, a Thursday afternoon. I'm your host, Chris, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Kyle.
Hiya.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
I'm looking ominously at my goals for this week.
Are you? Okay, well, my eyes are fixated in the middle of the news section for this week. I can't stop looking at that. No. I can't believe that's happening. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we'll get to that, folks. If you don't know what we're talking about, you're about to. But first, let's address, I suppose, the elephant in the room here for Kyle, which is goals. We set some goals last week. We had, of course, the Fossil Research Day that weekend. And the G-Max Butterfree event as well. I think Sweet Swarm is happening. There was a lot of stuff happening. So, Mr. Kyle, your goals were to get 500,000 experience. Did you do that?
I did not do that.
What?
I did not.
What happened?
I got like 200,000.
Who didn't open their gifts?
I got several people less than 1 week from friends that have not opened a gift from me in 2 months. Gosh. I don't want to ever hear it from some people high friendship with me.
This is a karmic return of gargantuan proportions. Okay, so not 500,000, but did you catch a G-Max Butterfree? I
did. Exactly
nice.
One.
How were the IVs? Were they okay?
It was fine. I don't remember. I sent them to you. Well, I can scroll up. We'll see here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
15, 13, 14.
You know what? Good enough for government work, man. That's great. That's great. That's essentially a hundo, right? Yeah.
I mean, for Dynamax Butterfree, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, Gigantamax Butterfree. Put some respect on the name, my friend, okay?
Yeah, the wings glow. It's important.
The wings do glow, and it's big. The last goal that you set was 50 coins a day free to play. You were currently at 1,074. Did you succeed in your challenge?
I did not succeed in my challenge.
So why? You didn't
I got
it, or
I got it for 4 out of the 6 days.
Okay.
One of the days, which would be today, I was hoping for, didn't happen because it's still in the gym and it's been there for 5 days. And I want to bear in mind, everybody, this is not a hidden gym. This is not a low traffic area. It's in the middle of a residential neighborhood in a park that people frequent all the time. It's behind a grade school. People go in this area. I don't understand why no one plays Pokemon Go there.
What's in there again?
It's a park. Like it's a park with like
what Pokemon did you put in there?
Hydreigon.
Oh. So you'd say he's Hydreigon.
He is Hydreigon.
Oh, man.
And there's also someone's got like a best buddy or like a costume Espeon they threw in there as well with it.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I hope he didn't want that back. That's too bad. Yeah.
It's going to be there for a while.
All right. So 1 out of 3. This might be the lowest score you've gotten in a long time.
That's the lowest in a while. That's the lowest like of the summer maybe.
Oh, yeah. I would probably say so. Wow. Okay. Well, the last one's really not your fault. You did try. You did try, and the reason that you didn't make it is for the exact reasons that we outlined last week would potentially be a frustrating hurdle. So we did see it coming, I guess. For myself, Complete Fossil Research Day, I did that. Do you know how long it took? Do you want to take a guess how long it took me to complete Fossil Research Day front to back?
15 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much 15 minutes.
Was it really
like
just one
16.
page of like 10? Or you had 60 encounters?
What you got were, because I bought the ticket. And with the ticket, your total package with the free stuff included was 3 research things. The first one was complete 5, complete 10, complete 15 research tasks. And then the other 2 were all complete 1, complete 2, complete 3, all the way through 15 tasks. So you complete them all at once together. And then the real time consuming part was claiming all of that and working through all the catches. And between the Aurora, the Amora and the Tyrant, because those were the 2 that were featured, I got 5 shiny Tyrant and 0 shiny Amora.
Oh!
It's fun. I have plenty of Amora. I'm not really heartbroken. I just thought it was very funny that it happened to be that lopsided. Like that's RNG's like playing a joke on me. They're like, oh, let's give him a story tell on the podcast. Like, all right, cool. Thank you. So success there, albeit a little wonky, I suppose. Shiny Gmax Butterfree. On my third Gmax Butterfree that I did 4 hours before the event even started in my area. Thank you for people that sent me invites. I was able to do other things during the event window because of you. It was a 98% shiny Gmax Butterfree. I am thrilled. I am so thrilled. And I also... it is so close, but I'd also like to acknowledge my growth as an individual person, where I looked at that and I said, I'm done. Not, it could be a shundo and I'll keep going. No, I did it. It was done. And it wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy breezy. You needed at least 12 people probably to do it. Maybe 8 if you really knew what you were doing. Yeah. But it was okay. So I did that. Shiny Swirlix didn't happen. I mean, I have one, so that's fine. But I didn't get one for the goal, unfortunately. And then I wanted to max another hundo. I did do that as well. I picked one of my hundos and just maxed it. I'll do another one this upcoming week. Because then I think I'll be butting up against my 30 million floor, and I'll have to gain some more Stardust, right? So 3 out of 4 for me, with surprisingly minimal effort, which is I got really lucky with the Gigantamax Butterfree. So thanks again for those of you that either sent me an invite or I invited myself to your Gigantamax Max battle. Appreciate you leaving the door unlocked. Okay. So Mr. Kyle, we've got some news to talk about here today. Some of it's important. Some of it is disappointing. And other parts of it are interesting. So with all of that, let's get going. Yo, what up? It's the news. All right, let's start simple and easy and breezy. We got the save the dates for the next season's community days. This is starting next month in September. We are getting a brand new season. Woohoo! So the community days for this upcoming season are going to be on Sunday, September 14th. We'll talk about that community day in a little bit here, through gritted teeth, I might add. Sunday, October 12th, and Sunday, November 30th. This is the season of Sunday community days, much to Kyle's chagrin, and other people's, I would assume. It is a little ridiculous that we would have 3 Sundays in a row. I'm sure there's a reason, but it is a bummer.
Is there?
Could be. I mean, it went here. Here's the other in-game events they gave us dates for. Let's take a look. Sunday, September 7th is a raid day. Saturday and Sunday, September 21st through the 20th through the 21st is a Shadow Raid weekend. Sunday, September 28th is a raid day. Saturday, October 4th is a raid day. Saturday, October 18th is a raid day. Saturday, November 1st is a max battle day. Friday through Monday, November 21st through the 24th is a max battle weekend. And then we have another max battle weekend on Saturday and Sunday, November 29th and 30th. It looks like a lot of things took up Saturdays, unfortunately.
But like, well, of course, none of them are on the Saturdays. preceding these community days.
That's true.
They could have put the community on the Saturday and the other event on the Sunday if you wanted to alternate weeks.
Actually, they could have just put those on Saturdays and it wouldn't have been a problem at all.
Yeah.
Everything could have been Saturday.
If you want a split of events on Saturdays and Sundays across the whole season as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, whatever the goal happens to be here, we're not really privy, I suppose. It's context clues.
It's very frustrating because, like, we spent so long. We spent 5 years being like, every event's on a Saturday. This is getting ridiculous. And they learned. They gave us stuff on Sundays and on Saturdays. We had an okay split. It was kind of Sunday heavy the last, like, 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
But not that bad. And now it's all Sunday? What's happening? Like, we learned this. We had like 4 years of good.
Yes, and thankfully, Kyle, usually the problem with this save the date thing is that the first date that they give you is like so close. We're actually getting these like kind of a nice chunk amount of time ahead,
I respect
which is
that
great
for sure.
But normally we get this like 2 weeks out, and then it's too soon, or it's going to be happening too soon for somebody in your position to call off. But even if this had been the day before the community day, you still would have been fine because you're not doing that first one anyway.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that, but I was going to say, but this is kind of like, it's almost my problem. Like, do I request off August 12th? It may just be garbage. Like, and then I'm like, well, I could have just been working.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you mean October 12th? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, October 12th. I said August.
That's this. Yeah, it's upcoming. Yeah.
That's just kind of my frustration with days that I have to request off to do stuff. Mm-hmm. When it's something maybe a little bit more guaranteed, like a raid day that I'm going to do with people, doesn't matter necessarily what the Pokemon is because I'm doing it socially.
Right.
But the community day, it matters what the Pokemon is for me because I've done so many of them already. I don't need the community day event to be an event I do something at, if that makes sense.
No, I definitely agree. I've done so many of these alone too, like during the winter and stuff. It doesn't matter to me. Community day has been so condensed that you can really finish and get your minimum of 3 shinies, even if it is just the full family of 3. You can do that and the research in probably a nice tight 30 if you are really playing. So it is a thing that you can just sort of do on your own. But you know, community day, taking the word community out of it, I suppose, is not ideal. But we do what we have to do here for our FOMO needs.
Yeah. All right. Well, we didn't mention, but there's a lot of raid days.
It is a lot of raid days.
Like,
yeah.
But be honest with me, except for those super hardcore people out there who are, of course, listening because we're Pokemon Go podcast. Who's doing 8 raid days? Like, who is doing every single raid day? It's too many. It's so many raids.
I really think it depends on what Pokemon it is. I mean, they know that they can float anything, and the hardcore player will do it. But if they're really positioning an event to be the highlight of a week or of a month or of a season, choosing that particular Pokemon and it being a fan favorite is, I'm sure, like the top thing on their whiteboard when they talk about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. We've had a lot of raid days where it's just like, yeah, this is fine. I guess I'm glad they're doing this.
Yeah.
But a lot of the raid days we've had recently and coming up are good because of the opportunity they present. But there's only so many of those you can have, you know?
Yeah, and that only serves a portion of the community in a meaningful way.
You know, and if it's like a 3-star raid day, who cares if it's not a new Pokemon?
I like it because you can just solo those things.
Yeah, but then you can also go out and do 5 and then walk away, and you don't need to do more.
Exactly.
So it's kind of it's just raid days when used so frequently are such a strange event, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. When they were really infrequent, when it was a legendary Pokemon that you knew you could get like 15 or 20 done with a group, raid days were a really cool event.
Yeah.
They just have lost fanfare because they do too many of them.
Yeah, they do too many, and then sometimes you're revisiting an old one, and there isn't the draw, the motivation to be like, let's plan a route, let's go to the city, get 30 people. You know, there's not a lot of that. But anyway, lots of stuff to look forward to. Again, remember, this is going to be laughable coming from us, I suppose, but you don't have to do every single event. You know, if it is a boring raid day, skip it, and then just pretend like that doesn't exist on your Pokemon Go calendar. That said, I hope that this stays as sparse as it is, and does not fill up quite as much as August has been filled to the brim with events.
I'm sure it will.
I'm sure it will, but we just want 2 days here and there, man. Let me see the season spawn. Let me see the dirt floor, in the basement. I don't need to be in the bougie upstairs apartment. Like, I just need to see the foundation every once in a while to remember what it is. So, okay, let's take a bit of a turn here. Speaking of community days, I suppose it is related. September 2025 Community Day will be featuring Flabébé. Now you might say to yourself, oh, sick. Actually, Flabébé is an awesome choice. It's got 5 different colors, 2 of which are unavailable to me in whatever given region I might be. And it'll be great to round out my collection and shiny hunt, because the shiny has been out. You might be just missing 1 or 2 or something like that. Well, let's dig in, and you'll soon discover why Kyle and I had a series of messages back and forth saying, I'm not going to do this. This is the worst. So first of all, this will be Sunday, September 14th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The feature Pokemon will be Flabébé. Here's our first sign. Red Flower Flabébé is appearing in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Blue Flower Flabébé is appearing in the Asia Pacific region. And Yellow Flower Flabébé is appearing in the Americas. Okay, we knew that. It seems strange to list where they are normally limited to during its community day, but maybe that's just them outlining something. We'll move on. Haven't lost hope yet. The featured attack for Florges, which is the final evolution, it goes Flabébé, Floette to Florges. Chilling Water, which for trainer battles has 60 power and lowers the opposing Pokemon's attack by 1 stage. And in gyms and raids does not have an effect, but has 65 power instead. So there's that. Community Day special research for $199 US. You'll get 3 total encounters with white and orange Flower Flabébé, and they will have a special seasonal background. There will also be additional encounters with white flower and orange Flower Flabébé, the 2 rare types that we all have, aside from the 1 that we have in our specific regions. 1 premium battle pass, 1 rare candy XL, and even more goodies. We love the even more goodies bit. Community Day special background timed research. This is going to be kind of the same thing that we've seen before. Every day you have to, I think, catch a Pokemon, and it gives you an encounter for 5 days after the event. Log in during the event to get this thing going. Again, it's free. You will have an account. The awards will be encounters with a Flabébé that has a seasonal special background. But in addition to that, the color of that Flabébe's flower is based on your region. So you're region locked on those to the ones that you see all the time. You'll even have an increased chance to encounter shiny Flabébé when you complete these research tasks. So maintaining the shiny chance from the community day, I would hope. Event bonuses, a limited time evolution requirement, evolve Floette into Florges after earning 7 hearts with Floette as your buddy. That's a bit of a bummer, because that's still a lot. 7 hearts with a buddy? That's
not that many.
Unless you're overflowing with Poffins, that's still you have to do regular berry feeding. You have to do, you're only going to get 3 hearts.
That's feed, play, picture, battle. So you only need 1 heart from extra effort.
But battle is a lot of effort already.
I mean, it is, but it's guaranteed versus otherwise.
I'm just saying.
You don't actually have to win the battles. You can just leave. It only takes 90 seconds total.
Right. But this is still a lot more footwork than most people have to do for evolutions during the community day. I think it should just be removed.
Sylveon has been 7 hearts for Eevee. This is what they've done for these before. I
don't think it's worth it. I think Sylveon is worth it. I don't think this Pokemon's worth it.
I mean, I agree. I think 7 is not really that significant of a deal, but
yeah, you could also just throw a Poffin at it and go.
Yeah, don't do that.
And that's
don't do that.
No, don't do that. But you could. You could, hypothetically. The actual bonus is quarter egg hatch distance. You'll get the usual stuff like 2 times candy for catching Pokemon and getting Candy XL if you're level 31 or up. Lure modules and incense excluding daily adventure will last for 3 hours if activated during the event period. There will be snapshot photo bombs. Do those. One additional special trade. Trades will require 50% less Stardust. And then lastly, field research tasks. Catch Flabébé to earn rewards such as Stardust, Great Balls, additional encounters with Flabébé, and more. You may even find field research that leads to encounters with Flabébé that have a special research background and are lucky, blah, blah. They have the same flower based on your region, wherever you have them already. And white flower Flabébé and orange flower Flabébé can appear anywhere. Okay, so what this says to us is that for Flabébé Community Day, you will be stuck with the entire time your local color Flabébé and white and orange. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Right. But like for us, we'll get yellow Flabébé and orange Flabébé and white Flabébé because we live in the Americas.
And these are the same 3 that we've had forever.
They've never rotated. And this Pokemon has been shiny released already, has been featured in several events prior to this where it has been a somewhat of a chase. So this feels bad. So bad, in fact, that I had a friend of the show, Alex, who I've talked about several times on here. He said, hey, you want to get together for this? It might be fun. And I said, no.
Not really. No, I don't.
I said, no. He's like, why? I'm like, because if you read the text, it says, essentially, we're not getting all of them. We're not getting the 2 that would make it worthwhile to hunt for during this one particular 3-hour event, which is to get shinies of the regionals that you don't have already, right?
Yep.
Because you can shiny hunt yours, the white and orange, every day normally, if you really want to. They're rare, but they're around.
But not only can you, they have been the appeal for so many events.
Yep.
They were just a spawn at Global Go Fest.
Yep.
The orange one
almost
took up the featured rare spawn for one of the hours, and we even complained about that.
Sure did.
So, it's just bad.
This was a horrific choice to feature. It could have been marginally better and somewhat even remotely worth it if every flower was appearing and orange and yellow or orange and white were still rare for sure. But if we got our red, blue, and yellows and they were out there and you could shiny hunt all of them, it would make sense to me. Kyle, I don't know. Does that change? I mean, we're not excited about Flabébé just in general. I understand that. But pretend you like this Pokemon.
If all 3 colors were available everywhere, I would play at least enough to get shinies of the other colors.
Yeah.
As it stands, I only have a shiny of the orange Flabébé right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to play 20 minutes, get 1 shiny yellow Flabébé, and then go home.
Yeah.
And that's just because. It's not even yeah. Well, actually, it's on a Sunday. I'm not going to do any of that. I'll turn on my Plus at work, and I'll probably get one. I might get one.
So badly, Kyle, want to just boycott this community day.
It's just, there's not a whole lot going on here. That's the problem.
It's really not. And it feels a little disrespectful, to be super honest with you. It feels disrespectful to our time and to the event itself. It's not good. And I know some people out there are going to be like, well, it kind of makes sense because regionals are such a big part of this game and maintaining their exclusivity is a very good thing. No, it's not. Not when you have seen this Pokemon in several other places over a couple of years and that it's been trotted out and made available to you easily while the shiny has been available already. No, this is a 3-hour event with no permanent change to where they're made available. This should be hey, the FOMO is go get your stuff that you can catch that would only normally be in Europe and get that shiny locked away. That's your draw to this event. Rather than, hey, do you want to catch more of the ones you've already seen all the time, every day? They've done this with other things. We've had Mega Heracross and Mega Kangaskhan have been in raids to get those regionals out to other people, right? We've seen rotations of, wasn't it the Lake Spirits we saw rotations of? Maybe not the Lake Spirits.
I think we have seen Lake Spirits rotated.
We have had Zangoose and Seviper swap. It hasn't happened for a long time, but we've seen it. There's precedent. And Lunatone and Solrock, I think, did a swap once or twice. There has been precedent for it. Once these regionals have been out for a long time, they sort of take up the mantle of being this is kind of nice, and maybe this can float an event. You know, have you not made it to an in-person event or not gone to a GoFest in the last 3 years? Here's your chance finally to do this on this blowout event, and then we never have to worry about featuring this Pokemon again because everybody has it or has enough to trade to everybody else, right? And this maintains the exclusivity. It clutches to it with its dead gripping fingers for no good reason, and that ruins this for me. I'm not normally this negative.
No,
I apologize.
I mean, I'm with you there. It just feels bad.
Yeah.
A community, you shouldn't feel bad about what you're missing from a community day. Mm-hmm. You know, if half the world got Heatmore community day and the other half got Durant community day, that would still feel bad. Like, that would not feel good. And this is the same thing. It just happens to be that they are the same dex number.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a miss. This is a big miss design-wise. This is a big miss, I think, optics-wise, and it will be a big miss player sentiment-wise. I have not seen a single person that is excited about this. I have seen everybody talk about how it's disappointing because of the reasons we've already outlined. And I think even if normally the saving grace for a Pokemon that you're like, really, a community day? I guess so. I'm not really too excited about this, but all right. Normally the saving grace is going, hey man, remember, that's somebody's favorite Pokemon. Yeah. And that could be true. If Flabébé is your favorite Pokemon, I bet you're still a little upset that you don't have access to 2 colors. Yeah. Like, what are we doing, man? Oh, absolutely crazy. I could not believe this. Could not believe this. October better be a banger. And I know we're getting Rookidee at the end of this month, and that's a banger, right?
It is, yeah.
But October better be a ghost, Kyle. It better be a ghost, man.
So sad.
I know.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Last year wasn't a ghost, but the one prior was, right? Or have you been kind of left out to dry 2 years
No, it
in
has
a row?
been several years, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, boy. Yeah, it better be. It really better be. Anyway, that's Flabébé Community Day in a nutshell, where it should stay and maybe be tossed into the ocean. Okay. Let's move on to something that's kind of exciting, actually. Harness the power of Eternatus with the new Dynamax Cannon Adventure Effect. Eternatus, actually, not just Eternamax, you don't get one of those, but we get a regular one. Eternatus caught from the Go Pass Max Finale encounter will know the charged attack Dynamax Cannon. Trainers can activate Dynamax Cannon's Adventure Effect by using 5,000 Stardust and 30 Eternatus Candy to temporarily boost their Pokemon's max move by 1 level in max battles for 10 minutes. Max moves that are locked will temporarily be raised to level 1. Max moves that have been fully trained to level 3 will increase to level 4, which will provide an outsized power relative to a standard level up. So it won't be incremental, it'll be probably like double or something like that, which would be pretty cool. You can extend the timer for Dynamax Cannon's Adventure Effect in increments of 10 minutes by using more Stardust and Eternatus Candy. The timer can be extended up to 2 hours each time you tap Use, and you can tap Use again to add additional time up to 24 hours total, such is the way that Adventure Effects have already been working. Mm-hmm. Dynamax Cannon cannot be active at the same time as another Adventure Effect. That's also the case for all the other Adventure Effects. So, in a way, you can do this, and you can blow max battles out of the water, potentially making something that would require 12 people, require maybe like 4 or something, or 8.
I don't think it's going to be that significant.
They kind of made it, they used new verbiage this time.
But the problem is that Well, first and foremost, it's only you. Just to be clear. So you're talking about 8 people using this adventure effect.
Yeah.
So that's already a pretty big ask. But
not if everybody has one because we're getting it.
Yeah, but candy. Remember, we've talked about this whole candy situation.
That's true.
So it's kind of this weird situation. Like, is it? If this is better than using Zacian, what does Zacian exist for?
Dog.
Yeah, exactly. So it has to be effectively similar enough to Zacian that it can be better, but I don't think it's going to be double damage. The current thing is like, it's like 300 power for a Dynamax move and 400 power for a Gigantamax move, something in that ballpark. I'm betting it's like 25% more. I'm betting it's like 500 power and 400 power.
I really hope it's not. I really hope it's super significant. I hope that this makes it worthwhile and you want to use it every time.
We'll see in like 3 weeks.
Here's a question for you. Well, actually, no. I think I have an answer already. But imagine. Let's just pretend. Let's pretend that this did apply to everybody in your party when you used it, right? Would it have to be better, or would it have to be worse, or would it be okay if it's the same as a max mushroom in effectiveness?
It would have to be worse.
You'd think so, right? And
it would have to be.
And especially since it actually doesn't help the whole team, it just helps you. Do you think it would be greater than a max mushroom since it only affects one person? Or
did you say would it or should it?
Will it?
No, I don't think it will for 2 reasons. One, max mushroom is really, really strong. And 2, they want you to spend money on max mushrooms. And max mushrooms are way too expensive. So the adventure effect can't compete.
So you think even at the individual level, if I was to go in and do a max battle by myself and use a max mushroom versus using this, it would be better to use the max mushroom for output?
Yes, definitely. Now that's
I think so too. Yeah.
That said, they stack. So if you're talking about having like a dedicated 4-man group with someone using a mushroom and everybody using Dynamax Cannon, that is a significant increase of performance for people who do short man and try and do that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
cool. Really cool if mushrooms weren't so overpriced.
Yeah.
If mushrooms were the price of a raid pass. How long do mushrooms currently last right now? 15 minutes? I don't actually know.
I've actually never used one of mine. I'm pretty sure it's just for that battle.
Is it just one battle?
I think it is just for that battle.
Then that's yeah. If it was the price of one pass, this would be like an awesome thing to stack and like have happen.
Yeah, how do I get it to tell me what the items do? An item that doubles the damage your Pokemon deal in max battles for 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay, so you could get 3 battles in if you are in a great location.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. I guess you could stack them. You know, I hope it works, that it actually stacks instead of just, you know. You just think
really
it should.
That would be
that would be tragic. That'd be a bummer.
In other words, yeah. Also, by the way, I looked just to double check. It's been 3 years, counting this year, since we had a ghost in October.
Oh my god! Yeah,
last year we had Swaddle.
Yeah,
in October.
That's right. Look, dude, Swadloon is great though. Swadloon is great.
Yeah, Swadloon is might be the best secondary, like middle evolution of all Pokemon, because middle evolutions tend to be lackluster. Yeah. But the year before that, we had Timber, who, while a great Pokemon, was no October.
Yeah.
And then the year before that was Litwick, which was great.
Yeah, we need more bugs. I mean, no, we need more ghosts. We do need more bugs, but we need more ghosts, especially in October. Okay, so there's that, folks. Another adventure effect is coming down the pipe. It's very funny that we asked that question last week about adventure effects and new ones and stuff, and then, hey, lo and behold, we got a new one. That's cool. That's cool. All right, last thing here. We won't spend too much time on it because Fish and DeFi over on the PvP corner are probably going to cover this a lot more than we are. The 2025 Pokemon World Championships event. So we're not going to talk about the actual World Championships themselves. We're going to talk about the celebration event in Go that is happening. So what's important for you to know is that the event is happening. It's taking place August 15th to 17th in Anaheim, California. You can watch these on the Pokemon Go and Pokemon Twitch channels if you'd like to watch the games. That is fun to do. There's going to be avatar items to celebrate, a World's Tee that looks very, very cool. You can purchase that. There's one from a scavenger hunt that's yellow. I'm not sure if that's an in-person thing at the event. It could be, but the global distribution for the white one will be from a stream code. So you will have to watch in order to get that code. Or if it's not an individual one, just wait for somebody else to share it online in an infographic. That could also happen. But as far as the in-game event goes itself, Friday, August 15th at 10 a.m. to Sunday, August 17th at 8 p.m. local time. So even though it is happening in California, the event itself, the celebration event, is happening in local time. Pokemon debut. A new Pokemon will appear during this event. It's going to be Pikachu wearing a varsity jacket. It's actually super cute. So that's cool. Event bonuses up to 5 special trades can be made each day. Additional Pokemon encounters along the Go Battle League reward track. Increased chance to encounter shiny Pikachu wearing a varsity jacket. So try to get that shiny locked away before it's gone seemingly forever. In raids, 1-star raids will feature 2 Pokemon we're actually very happy to see. Pikachu wearing a varsity jacket, so you can target that if you want to there. And Honedge comes back, and all the Kyles did rejoice.
Yeah.
We'll have more opportunity.
For 2 days.
And
I might be able to do like 4. So excited.
And it's just those 2. So hopefully it's not like 9-1 Pikachu Honedge. I'm hoping it's 50-50. That'd be kind of good.
Yeah, but like there are other Pokemon in raids. That's the problem.
Yeah, but not in 1-star raids.
Yeah. But 1-star raids have to show up.
That's true. In 3-star raids, there's going to be 3 Pokemon: Lapras, Dusclops, and Diggersby. Cool. If you're like, what? It's because they have PvP relevance. So they're good choices. Good choice. Field research task rewards. If you complete field research tasks, you can get the encounters here. Pikachu wearing a varsity jacket, Marill, Paldean Wooper, and Honedge. So Kyle, there's another opportunity for Honedge there. Wild encounters include Nidoran Female, Mankey, Marill, Paldean Wooper, Spoink, Inkay, Rookie D, and Fuecoco, and if you're lucky, Male Frillish or Volibee. There's also a paid time to research for $5 US, 1 premium battle pass, 25,000 Stardust, and encounters with the following Pokemon: Lickitung, Lapras, Azumarill, Sableye, Swalot, Claydol, Carbink, Guzzlord, and Lokix. An interesting assortment of Pokemon. Again, all PvP relevant. So there is some value in there. Like Guzzlord encounter is great. We like to see that. Featured attacks. Certain Pokemon encountered during the event will know a featured attack. Lapras will know Ice Beam. Primeape will know Rage Fist, and so will Annihilate. Clodsire will know Mega Horn.
They will evolve.
Oh, sorry, you're
evolve
right.
Pokemon during that time.
That's right. Lapras will know Ice Beam, evolve Mankey to Primeape for Rage Fist, and then evolve it again into Annihilate to also know Rage Fist. And then evolve Paldean Wooper into Clodsire to get Mega Horn. You're 100% right. Kyle. Thank you.
No easy evolution though for Annihilate, which is a bit of a shame. That one does take a little bit more work. It
does, but at least they set you up nice and pretty with the Primeape thing having it. And if you catch a Hundo Mankey, you don't have to be like, oh man, I wish, you know. It's nice. New avatar items. There's a 2025 World's Jersey and World's Visor. They look all right. They look okay.
They're fine.
They kind of look like normal pieces.
Why didn't we get the varsity jacket? Where's the varsity jacket?
The varsity jacket looks really good. You can see it in that Pikachu sticker right below there if you look. Yeah. It's nice. Themed stickers. There's a Murkrow. There's a bunch of Pokemon in a car. There's a Jigglypuff with like an shocked face floating, I guess. And a Pikachu in his varsity jacket, which is so cute. And then there will be new backgrounds in the Go Battle League. Yep. And then there's the Go Battle weekend during the delightful days, but we will leave that up to Fish and DeFi to talk about, because it's all about GBL, which is relegated to that portion of the show because they're way more qualified than we are. So, Kyle, this is kind of a full-blown event that just happens to be during the World Championships. Anything grabbing your eye here? I mean, Honedge, obviously.
I mean, yeah, Honedge being in the raids is great. This is, of course, the one weekend where I agreed to work a Saturday for a coworker because they needed the day off. Oh! So I work Saturday and Sunday, but I'm off Friday. So I have the one day there.
Okay.
But Honedge is really the only thing that appeals to me here. The event's fine. There's no issues here. I don't think this paid ticket is worth $5 personally, but that can be your discretion, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Honedge is kind of it. Are you going to hunt for the Pikachu, the jacket at all?
No, I mean I'll do one.
Okay, but the shiny increase, man. You know.
Yeah. That it's not enough to get me to do a bunch of remote raids and stuff. So
yeah, that's fair.
But I will say the picture and the animation, I should say, of the arena is really nice.
Yeah,
the fact
that
this is
good.
only for the week though is kind of a shame.
Yeah. I mean, you want it to be special, right?
Yeah, but like the GBL screen can use an update. It's got the same garbage that our Overworld used to have.
It does, and the catch encounter screen, the normal one, has gotten such a beautiful upgrade. I still love it every time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would like to see Raid and GBL get a real big facelift. That'd be nice. Gyms, man, gyms.
Gyms need an update. My God, I did more gyms this week. I didn't really mention it. Obviously, we just kind of talked over it. I did more gyms this week than I have in a long time.
And you're like, oh, God, I'm back in 2018.
Is so bad. It's such a bad system.
It's horrendous. It really it only exists, honestly, for free-to-play players to get the 50 coins a day. And they should have that. I'm not saying get rid of it. I'm saying make it better.
Yeah. I don't have any issue with putting Pokemon in gyms and getting stuff from it. But, like, battling is like, all right, I put in Machamp, and then when it's something that's a ghost type, I switch to my ghost type, and then it's dead, and then it's over, and then I join back up again because I only did a third of its health to it. And it's like, yeah, that system is bad.
They should do bravery rules for that.
Bravery rules?
Yeah. So if anybody has been watching the most recent League of Legends tournaments, they do multiple rounds. You don't have to know anything about League of Legends really to understand this, but you play a champion, right? A character in any particular game. They do sets of, it's like a best of 5, right, between the two teams. So what Bravery does is if you play a character one game, the next game nobody on your team can play that character, pretty much. And the game after that, you can't play it. So the idea is, as you play more and more games, in League of Legends case, you're going to see more likely champions that people are either A, less comfortable with, or B, less of a team composition, right? And so it adds more interest and also puts more pressure on the professional players to be more professional and therefore, know more characters and stuff, right? That's very multifaceted. But for this, it would mean that you can't just run the same Machamp every time. You'd have to have a Machamp, and then maybe another Machamp, I suppose. They could limit it to species if they really wanted to. But it could be a Lucario, it could be a Makuhita, whatever the evolve form is.
I think, there's two problems. One, first, it's called Fearless Draft for League of Legends.
Fearless,
which is why I was very confused.
Yeah.
But second is the defender still stays the same every time.
Yeah, but that's the challenge.
If there's a Blissey, it just means that new players get the short end of the stick because they only have a Machamp. Whereas I can put in Machamp, and then I can put in Conkeldurr, and then I can put in Lucario, and then I can what else can I put in that I'm not thinking about right now?
That's probably 3 rounds. You're probably done.
Yeah, I mean 3 rounds and it's done if they're not healing it. So
yeah.
The problem is the base fighting itself, not using the same Pokemon, in my opinion.
But I think making it more challenging for people that don't have counters built up for it makes the defender role of something thick and nasty like a Blissey good. instead of who cares?
Well, why are we holding the
smash
gym
it
in the first place?
to get your coins.
Nothing. Oh my God. This is a beaten topic and it hasn't been talked about in a long time. But nothing will hold a gym from somebody attacking it.
Yeah.
Nothing actually will save your gym except people leaving it alone.
Or
you literally need people to leave it alone.
With berries.
No, because even then, if they have more time than you, they still win because you can only feed 10 berries every half hour.
Yeah.
So you just lose. There's no way the system works because you can't incrementally get your Pokecoins. The Pokemon has to be defeated for you to get your coins. So you are encouraged to hold gyms for longer, but there's nothing you can actually do to hold the gym for longer. So you're encouraged to take more gyms, but then if you take more gyms and everything gets kicked out at the same time, it doesn't matter anymore. And now you feel bad because everything got sent home and you got no coins because you already got your coins for the day.
Yeah.
The system doesn't respect the player's time.
I would agree. It almost seems rather pointless, again, except for the free-to-play coins. But there should be a game there.
It is a good reward. It is a good reward in a bad system.
There should be a game there. There is currently no game to be played there at all. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to belabor this too long, but there is a Pokemon World Championships event happening during the championships next weekend. So if it was interesting to you, make sure you make some time for it. But that brings us to the end of the news section, which means that we're going to take a quick little break here, and when we come back, it'll be time for PokéLore.
And we're back with PokéLore. This week we're doing Snom, the worm Pokemon, and Frostmoth, the frost moth Pokemon.
Say that 10 times fast.
No. My Midwest accent won't let me.
Yeah, I mean, we already just say Frostmoth when we see Frostmoth written out. Like,
yeah. So Snom is a small larval Pokemon. Most of its round white body is covered by a translucent shell of icy spikes. Its exposed head features 2 black eyes and round mouth parts. 4 short legs are located underneath its body. Snom anchors itself to branches with frigid thread it extrudes from its mouth to disguise itself as an icicle while sleeping. Snom consumes snow that has piled up on the ground and prefers soft, fresh snow. It will climb its way up a mountain, eating through its snow. Snom's internal organs amplify the cold air from the snow it consumes, which it uses to create the spikes on its back. The more snow it eats, the larger and more impressive the spikes grow. As shown in Pokemon Camp, Snom are known to be ferocious eaters, only being satisfied with heaping amounts of food. If it is startled, it will quickly burrow into the snow.
Oh, how relatable.
I love that Snom can be described in one paragraph, unlike a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's all there is to Snom.
You know, it's crazy because it has a very simple design, but the design is so good.
It's so good. Now, see, I love reading Pokedex entries where it's like, the size of its spikes are drawn from the internal organs where it consumes snow. I want to see a Snom that has not evolved that just has giant spikes.
Oh,
I like
a giant mane of.
it's like something from Monster Hunter. Just like the Snom is still inside there, but everything is giant ice.
Yeah.
There's Snom Gigantamax, not Frostmoth, just Snom. Speaking of Frostmoth, though, Frostmoth is a white moth-like Pokemon. It's just a moth with a round body of which the upper half is thicker, giving it the appearance of a ruff. It has deep blue eyes and long eyelashes. It has a blue jewel between its eyes and 2 long antennae, which are gray at the tip with trapezoid patterns. These antennae are used to detect air currents. Frostmoth has 2 large wings, which are gray with a white rim. The patterns on its wings are the same as that on the tip of its antenna. Frostmoth typically keeps its arms closed, and it's usually obscured. Light blue palms each have a heart-shaped pad. Frostmoth has hands?
I guess so.
What? Okay. I didn't know that.
It says palms. I don't know.
Yeah, but it have a heart-shaped pad. So pad like the pad of a dog or something, or a cat.
I suppose. Yeah, but that's a paw. That's not a hand, you know?
I mean, sure, but yeah.
It's got paws?
It has arms with digits on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe not digits, but anyways. The ice scales from Frostmoth's wings can fall like snow while it flies over the fields and mountains. The wings have a temperature of negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 180 degrees Celsius.
That's pretty cold.
Should anyone desecrate the fields and mountains, Frostmoth will show no mercy. Frostmoth flies around using its icy wings to create blizzards in order to chase away offenders. Frostmoth enjoys drinking clean meltwater.
Nice.
That's horrifying. When you think about that for more than half of a second, Frostmoth that's a horrifying Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Also, how does a Frostmoth get close enough to anything that's not frozen in order to drink it when its wings are negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit? That's pretty crazy.
Is there a picture of Ash in the anime holding it? Is this adding to Ash's power scaling?
I'm sure. Yeah, Ash giving Goku a run for his money, dude.
Max CP at level 40 of 2728 and at level 50 of 3084. Has 172 stamina, 155 defense, and 230 attack. Altogether, not too shabby for a bug-type Pokemon.
Nope, pretty good.
It's not too bad.
Pretty good.
Best moveset: Powder Snow or Bug Bite with Bug Buzz and Ice Beam. Mm-hmm. I will say, from the talk that I've seen online, Frostmoth is garbage, but Snom in Little Cup.
Oh no!
Is
a
good.
tale as old as time.
Yes, Frostmoth is worthless though.
Yeah, I mean, unlike Volcarona, which actually has a spot in some tier lists.
Yeah,
not high, but it is up there. But yeah, kind of a shame. But ice typing has always been a little miss. You know,
Ice type is the type that needs the most love in Pokemon, in my opinion. Ice and Bug, unfortunately.
Yeah, I need them to fix Ice so we can start campaigning for Bug, please.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
I feel like Bug has gotten slightly better over the years, and I don't know. It's still bad. Bug is still a bad type, unfortunately. It shouldn't be, but
it shouldn't be. That's right. That's right. We're Bug allies on this podcast.
Oh,
well, okay, all right.
I stand a few Bugs.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I'll take what I can get at this point. That's fine. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Kyle. We do love Snom, and we do love Frostmoth. We just love Snom a little bit more. Let's go to the PokéPoll.
All right. For last week's PokéPoll, we have: you've been asked to design the next adventure effect. Which Pokemon has it? What is it? And what does it do?
Kyle's laughing about something. I don't know what.
My girlfriend's in the other room furiously texted me saying, no, Frostmoth doesn't have hands. Where do you see it? Where do you see hands? I don't know. I'll find a video later.
It has palms and pads, not hands.
All right, we're going to be on to our PokéPoll, though, now.
Okay, all right.
Our first response from Bunnyman said, Hoopa's Hyperspace Fury. The user may complete trades with any person on their buddy list, regardless of distance, for X minutes. I'd pay some dust and Hoopa candy to actually lucky trade with people I've only ever talked to online.
Yep. Brilliant.
Exceptional. It might actually, unironically, be the strongest adventure effect we have at the moment.
And necessary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, did you see? I mean, they're not confirmed. Did you see there was a medal found for long distance trading?
No,
in the data mines. It's not like that doesn't mean anything, but maybe.
I stay pretty far away from data mines these days, mostly because time, but also like they so rarely come to fruition. I don't want to get my hopes up about stuff anymore.
Yeah. Next one's from the Scorpio Kid, and they said cast form and the adventure effect gives you an instance of different weather spawns, i.e. the rainy form gives you a rain spawn, sunny form gives you sunny spawns, and so on. Or Hoopa could have one that gives you a teleporting ring, and it changes your current biome and gives you an instance based on a different biome.
Ooh.
Yeah, Hoopa, like making everything in a circle around you be different, would probably fry the spaghetti code of this game, but it would be good.
Slick, yeah.
This one's from Lemirio, and they said, so yesterday, a tiny Sprigatito was the first Pokemon I saw. Nothing special about it other than size, but it just kept jumping out of the buried and great or better curveballs. It wasn't running, just jumping, and I kept doubling down because for a short time, I was in this mode of, I will catch you, tiny Sprigatito. After more than 10 balls, several berries, and the time that I stood with a toothbrush in my mouth, it ran. Which is to say that what I want is some version of Yamper's ability, Fetch, that would get back balls or resources, or both I spent on a Pokemon that ran. I don't care if it excludes the Ultra Ball or only gets ones from Great Throws or something else. It's the time where I'm stupidly competitive with probability over something I don't care about that matters. I'd use it during spotlight hours, so for all that stuff that ran, even if it were just candy fodder, I'd have more total Pokeballs to use that weren't wasted. So I'm just going to call this Fetch, although it's not exactly the same, and have it be with Yamper.
This would be great, especially if it worked on the plus plus.
If it worked on the plus plus, it would be super broken.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I mean, it would be very useful.
It would be. Yeah, I don't think it'd be very broken. I think it would just be good. It would just turn your 700 Pokeballs effectively into 900 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm into that.
For the cost of Stardust. So, yeah.
I'm into that. Perfect.
It'd be fun. I think the game could benefit from what's the word? Like low capacity adventure effects added?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't know. That's not really the right word I'm looking for. It's the first thing that came to mind. We have a lot of big flashy effects that like on legendaries that are like you have to decide, am I going to put my investment in to get something out of it?
Yeah.
So it might be nicer to have some that are like slightly lower stakes.
Were you looking for lower profile?
No, I think I just landed on it with stakes. It has like low stakes to using it.
Yeah, like it's cheaper, but it doesn't do a huge effect. It's just something.
Yeah. It's not game warping like doing double damage in a max battle.
Let me have an adventure effect for Meloetta that lets me pick from different tracks from a track list of music for my
God.
listen to. That'd be cool.
All right. Next one's from Memorandums, and they said, I believe they should introduce Flame Body to the game. Since incubators are a main source of revenue, they could have to add it as an adventure effect. Give it to Flame Plate Arceus or Gouging Fire, or revamp and give to Victini and call it Victory Lap. Mm-hmm. That being said, I think Gigantamax Pokemon need to have adventure effects as well, more in line with current Mega Pokemon bonuses. Pogo did a unique take on Megas, allowing them to exist outside of battles and give bonuses. By granting Gigantamax the same change, it will allow Gmax Pokemon to be less narrow, allow us to display them as our buddies, and worth the hunt more. Sorry for the long message, and shiny vibes all.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah, Gmax Pokemon... See, the thing is that they don't stay Gmax, though. They're only Gmax for the battles. So
and not only in the battle, they're only Gmax in the Gmax phase of the battle.
Oh, so true. That's right. Yeah. So I guess the overworld bonuses for sure, but it would be cool to
how do you
have something.
Like, yeah. And there's not that many Mega or Gmax Pokemon either. I think there's less than there are Mega Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see it. And Flame Body is a natural progression, I think, for adventure effects once they have decided they don't want to do super flashy anymore, but still very effective.
Yeah, and it's also it's weird to say fan favorite about something that's like an ability, but Flame Body is very popular.
I think the biggest struggle with Flame Body is game balance, in that Flame Body is the only one so far that actually has a multiplicative scaling.
Mm-hmm.
where you use it during a quarter hatch distance community day, and you now have 1/8 hatch distance.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 1/6, however you want to scale it. Doesn't matter.
It could be up to a cap. It could be like it will never go any higher than quarter hatch. So if that's what's happening for your event, then that's what's happening. You're not going to get an 1/8 because that would be nutty, right?
Yeah, but then at the same time, that feels like, when are you using Flame Body that it's not an event then? You know, like...
Well, it's like, I want to hatch eggs for this event that doesn't have an egg bonus, you know? And then there's its niche use. Like me. I would use this every day.
Depends on what Pokemon it is. No, you wouldn't.
Talonflame.
I mean, I'm assuming they're not going to give it to a Pokemon that we have 10,000 candy of. But
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Also, this is the only one that pays for itself. That's actually the real problem. Just circle back, because you get Stardust from hatching eggs.
Oh,
and it's always going to pay more.
Uh-huh.
Whereas if with like Spatial Rend, you have to catch enough to make it pay for itself.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
I still want it. I don't. It just makes it a balancing nightmare.
I mean, you would still have to walk, right? Even if it's a quarter distance or even an 1/8 distance, you would still have to walk. Maybe you could probably actually drift 2Ks, but the Stardust return would not be enough, I don't think.
Yeah, no, with 2Ks, it wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
If you did might
like
be
10,
enough. Yeah. It was 9, but it might be enough.
Yeah.
My girlfriend found a picture of Frostmoth with hands and is upset about it. They are indeed hands.
Really?
I mean, they're like digit, like arms. They're like arms that end.
Oh yeah, look, it's got like little things on the card art and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
Oh. Frostmoth, I still love you, but this is causing some distress.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on. Right. It makes me a little bit, bit upset.
They look like mittens. But yeah.
Our next response is in the form of an email from Sherman. They said, "Hello, GOCast. This is my first time sending an email to your podcast. I'm just a level 35, 13-year-old Canadian boy that's been playing Pokemon Go for over 2 years and love listening to your guys' amazing podcast. For this week's PokéPoll, you were asking for ideas of adventure effects for some Pokemon, what the name was, and what the adventure effect would do. After some thought, I came up with the idea for a non-legendary adventure effect. The effect would be 1.5 times experience for 3 minutes, kind of like a Lucky Egg, but with not as big of a buff. Then when I first thought of it, I didn't feel like this was what a legendary deserved, so when I thought non-legendary that's related to eggs, Blissey and Chansey came to mind. I really thought that one of the two would fit in kind of right since they both carry around an egg. This effect could be activated 10 times a day and would last for 3 minutes, using up 6 Chansey candy and 6,000 Stardust. If this does go on the podcast, which would be sincerely appreciated, I hope you like the idea. Sincerely, Sherman."
Yeah, no, this fits the bill of what you were describing.
This is good. It's a low stakes, but like a good use.
Yeah,
too.
It's functional.
It is functional. It begs the question: how much money does Niantic make from Lucky Eggs? You know?
Yeah.
Like, is it significant, and we don't know it? I've spent more money than I should have on Lucky Eggs. We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to say because I've been so removed from Lucky Eggs for so long. It's been like 2 years, more than that. So I don't know. I'd have to rely on your impression.
Yeah, I can't imagine it makes a lot of money. This would be a fun thing to add to the game for how old the game is. Mm-hmm. It makes a new player excited to catch a Chansey.
This can even be like your introduction to adventure effects.
Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. Probably maybe include like Audino on this list as well, because Audino is like the premier XP Pokemon in the main series games.
Yeah.
And that way this doesn't have to be like a wholly unique effect to one family, because it is a little bit more of a generic effect. I'm for it. Even if I am approaching the point where I won't care nearly as much anymore, there is always a section of the community that this matters for.
Definitely. Great idea. Thank you very much, Sherman. Yeah. We've got 2 voicemail responses. The first one is from Hero Ice. We'll play that.
Hey, Chris Kyle, it's Hero Ice 18 or Brandon here. And I just wanted to shout out 2 things. One of them being just about Adventure Week, the other being the question of the week. So for Adventure Week, I know you guys were kind of sour on it because of the fossil day, not having the bonus experience for finding undiscovered stops. But I would counter that, just saying that the point of a research day is to go out and find out as many stops as you can, because once you complete a research from a stop, you got to go on to the next one and then find another one. So I feel like that's a good additional reason to go out and adventure. And I feel like, especially with time, Adventure Week's just going to change. We've been going at this game for almost 10 years now. Adventure Week's not going to be the same. It's been showing signs that it's changing from year to year. So I don't mind having research day or fun little one-day events to keep that spirit of Adventure Week, while at the same time improving and changing it up and making it feel different. And then in terms of the PokéPoll, which is what Pokemon should have additional adventure effects, give it to any of the trios from Gen 1 to 4. All the birds, the beasts, the Reggies, the lake spirits.
Yeah, Reggies.
Because let's be honest, no one is using them. You get them, you say cool, and then you move on with life. Even if they have like a simple adventure effect where it's, hey, let me just spawn electric types if I use Zapdos effect, or let me spawn fire from Entei's adventure effect. Just something small to give them a little bit of extra flair. I feel like you go a long way. But that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great week and shiny vibes to everyone. Bye.
Okay. To the second thing, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. And that was kind of the idea of saying that they should give stuff to the beasts, because then it adds more relevance to those Pokemon, right? That otherwise we wouldn't have, right? But to that first part about it being a counter to us being upset about Adventure Week and Research Day, I think, while I appreciate what you're trying to do, I don't think that's good enough. I really don't think it's good enough, because one could argue that the point of the game is to get out and do that anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna land on.
And it doesn't inspire you to go to a new place and find stops. It inspires you to go to a place that you know has a lot of stops, so you can get more research tasks. Mm-hmm. You know,
I think. So. The game is evolving, of course. That's why
that's a good
I think
point,
when we really talked about it, that's why we agreed that the fossils were not the sticking point for Adventure Week anymore, because it's been so old. And the stop interaction is the one that we think really just defines the event. And something that stands out is it's so unique. You don't see that regularly. We see research days all the time. Mm-hmm. Every event has research field research rotations and featured field researches that encourage you to go do that. So having Adventure Week have something that made it its own is what was really nice.
Yeah.
And now Adventure Week doesn't actually have an identity anymore. It was just another event with no actual focus.
Yeah. But I do appreciate the sentiment a lot that things need to evolve, and as more people hit max level and they have these years, especially at the end of a period of time where they did the increase to 50, and it's been, for 4 years now since 50, that things will be less interesting for people that don't need experience, and so why make that a core feature, right? But there isn't a replacement for the go out to a new place and get rewarded for it thing. Mm-hmm. So it would be really cool if they were like, every new stop that you spin gets 10 times reward drops, so you get more Pokeballs and you get extra Stardust and all this other stuff. Like, that would be rewarding for everybody, right? Not just experience. So yeah, I don't know. Either way, I really appreciate the voicemail. Thanks for calling in, Hero Ice. We have another voicemail. This one is from, I couldn't really tell from the audio. I think they said Tom. I'm not sure. So I'm sorry if we got your name wrong, but here we go.
Hey, GOCast podcast. My name's Found. First time caller, long time listener. Just wanted to let you guys know I am a exclusive bug player.
Woo.
And I'm kind of mid about the Snom event. It was mid even in the mainline game. Frogmach was really hard to use. It really wanted to be Volcarona so bad, but even with the best possible setups with hidden abilities and everything like that, she just was too weak to get set up and going to be really useful. Pretty much, I only use Frogmach to grind to like Great Ball in PvP. You could roll the PvE stuff very easy. So, not sure how I'll fit Frostmach with the current metas. Great Ball has been super great, however, for me was Goloztapod, sorry for about pronunciation, and our new friend, Centiscorch.
Yeah.
Centiscorch is not great on the PvP ranking, but people aren't anticipating it. So when I come out with my full bug team with Vespa Queen and everything like that, people don't know what to do or don't know how to respond to it. So I use my pure sheer enjoyment of bug type and surprise. I'm not going for level 50 yet. So it's just a quick mark, hey, I did PvP. And it's really interesting during raids. I really crutch on like things like Genotext and stuff like field types in general that have the bug mixture. Low kicks being in the game now has been such a delight. It's going to make Halloween so much easier for me. But yeah, thanks for everything.
And that's the end. Unfortunately, we got a little cut off there. But thank you so much for saying that in. Yeah. I don't think we were under the impression that Snom and Frostmoth was going to be meta. It's kind of fun that Snom is good in Little League. Little League. But or Tiny Cup, wherever it's called. Little League is baseball.
Little Cup. It's Little Cup.
Thank you very much. But it would have been nice. Yeah, it would have been really nice. But it is really good to hear from another bug enthusiast. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the base stat situation all over again.
Yeah. So unfortunate. But yeah, thank you for calling and joining your voice to at least mine. I don't know who else bug type enthusiasts might be listening, and I'm sorry. I mean, I could not hear your name, so I know I got it wrong. In my heart of hearts, I know I'm wrong. So I'm sorry about that. But Kyle, what is this week's PokéPoll question?
All right, this week's PokéPoll is: what Pokemon have we not seen for a community day yet that you think would be the worst choice to feature and why? Now I'm going to ask this to Chris right now.
Yeah.
Does it have to follow general community day norms?
We don't have those anymore.
But like, would listing a Pokemon that doesn't evolve be allowed?
Yeah.
Okay, I have my answer then. I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, because that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Well, I have an answer for if that was not allowed too. So,
I'm interested in hearing your number one answer, and then also actually hearing your other answer too.
Okay, they're both regional Pokemon.
Okay.
My first and the worst possible community day for me, in my opinion, would be Oricorio.
Oh.
Oricorio, where you only get your region's Oricorio, would be the worst community day that I can possibly imagine.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Even
if you could get all of them, that would still be very painful. But it would be at least nice because everyone's got at least one that's pretty difficult to get for them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
My secondary one was going to be Shellos.
Oh.
We've had them both available for events, and while Shellos is a fun Pokemon and like a beloved Pokemon because of Gastrodon.
Gastrodon, yeah.
Shellos only community day would be very much a bummer if you only got your region.
Yeah.
But it would be less bad. And I didn't have enough time to fully work out what I thought would be worse.
Okay. The first one that came to mind, I have now convinced myself is actually probably a good choice.
Oh no!
I was originally going to champion Drampa, but I think everybody would actually be super into that, a Drampa community day. Because it's a dragon type for your dragon medal, and then shiny hunting, that would be great to kind of get it out of the way, and Drampa's just sick.
Drampa has a little bit of value. Does Drampa have more or less value than Turtonator as a community day?
I think it has less value as a Pokemon, but more value socially. Do people like Turtonator more than Drampa?
I do think people like Turtonator more than Drampa.
I don't know, man. Drampa's great.
I don't know, though.
Anyway, my real answer is Plusle and Mine in Community Day.
That'd be such a bad community day.
It'd be such a hard pass for most of us. Oh, my God. No, thank you. And then the lowest of low-hanging fruit is Bronzor Community Day.
Holy
honestly, God. Everybody this kind of dovetails beautifully with our question last week about, or 2 weeks ago now. What shiny do you have of that you would be happy if you never saw them ever again in the existence of the entire game? And a lot of people said Plusle or Minun, so kind of goes in line, and Bronzor. So anyway, dear listener, if you have an answer to this week's Pokeball question, which is once again, what Pokemon have we not seen for a community day yet that you think would be the worst choice to feature, and why? You can answer that question when we post this on our X or Threads account at GOCast Podcast. If you are a patron supporter of ours and have access to our patron exclusive Discord, we have an entire channel dedicated to just PokéPoll, and we prioritize pulling answers from there for the show. If you are listening on YouTube, or watching rather on YouTube, first of all, please subscribe. Thank you so much. And leave a reply there with your response. And if you're listening on Spotify, or again, watching on Spotify, because you can see the video version there as well, you can reply to the episode directly as a comment and leave your answer there. You can, of course, send us an email with your response to mail@gocastpodcast.com, or call us on our voice line, 262-586-7717. And normally we would go into emails and voicemails here, Mr. Kyle, but we have no
emails
nor voicemails this week. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Womp womp. All right, so that brings us to the end of the show. So again, reminder: email us anything, really. But we had a few people say, "Hey, love the show" and stuff like that. And I replied to that, and I say thank you and all that good stuff. But if you want to be on the show or increase your chances of being read on the show with an email, ask a question or something like that, and we'll probably add it to the show for discussion. Visit our website for all things GoCast at GoCastPodcast.com. Again, follow us on X and Threads and Instagram at GoCast Podcast. Please, please, please subscribe to us on YouTube. We are killing it with the sub numbers right now. We're getting super duper close to my goal. We might even hit it well before the end of the year, which was my really long-term goal. So please, that'd be great. Thank you so much in advance. If you'd like to help support the show monetarily, you can via Patreon, and that's spelled patreon.com/GoCast Podcast, or Google us, because our SEO is as great as it is undeserved. Speaking of patrons, Mr. Kyle, would you please shout out our Elite Trainer tier patrons?
All right. Shout out to Elite Trainers Bo, Daniel, Lori, Michael, Ozzy, Arkham, Marvin, and Mimi, Sforts, Thayer, Jason, Chustin, Charles, Modders, Lee, William, Brandon, Ethan, Stephen, Nick, our favorite listener, Drew 2, Camo, The Ugly Rock, Jacob, Victoria, Sarah, Laura, Memorandums, Nabil, Tish, Jacob, Matthew, Don, John Paul, Micah, Sean, Dave, Nessicall, Purple, Opal, Norgelfon, Beta Ski, Cyprian, Don, Fear the Turtle, Chad, and Everdark Raven.
Woo! A big apology to Cheston. We love you, Justin. Oh, great. If you'd like for us to potentially run out of breath and pass out live on recording, that is the Elite Trainer tier level, and we'll list you there at the end of the show. If monetary support's not in the cards for you, you can, of course, leave us a review on any podcast platform that takes them, which is most of the good ones, now that Google Podcasts isn't around anymore. Please leave one. It takes you 2 seconds and helps us out immensely with discoverability and other such good things. All right, we got to set some goals, Mr. Kyle, and then we are out of here. Upcoming this weekend to look forward to, we have Munchlax Hatch Day on Saturday, and Sunday is the Ultra Unlock Origin Raid Day, or, as I'd like to say, a day off for the two of us.
Yeah, please no more.
All right, so what are you looking to do?
300,000 experience. Gonna try and get a Frostmaw. Well, no, wait. This is crazy because I forgot I had 400 candy. I gotta get a Snom. Get a Snom.
Okay.
Yeah, which means I gotta hatch a bunch of eggs. Oh, man.
Is he eggs?
What? Yeah, 7K eggs as of today? The Cozy Companion event just started?
I couldn't remember for the life of me what it was in.
It's in 7K eggs.
Oh, you're so right. It's in 7K eggs. That's great because I have many 7K eggs happenstance.
Well, I just put a bunch in, so after work tomorrow, I'll have to remember to open gifts. It's going to be very sad. And I'm going to max a ghost type. I don't know which one yet. Whichever one I have the candy for, probably, right now. All
right. Traditional wisdom would say, yes, that would be the one to choose. For myself, 2 shiny Munchlax from the Hatch Day. I'm going to max another hundo. I'll have to pick something fun. And then raid just enough of the origin forms to finish research if there is any. If there's not, that's a freebie or just rather doesn't count. I didn't want to look it up at the time I made those goals to see if there was or wasn't, because I'm sure it's in the event description, but hey, we're here. Okay, folks, good luck this weekend with your Munchlaxes and your origin formes and all that other good stuff. We'll see you next week for episode 337. Make sure you're listening to PvP Corner for the full information about the Worlds event that's happening next weekend. And, of course, listen to our good friends over at the Monster Hunter Nowcast. They are, of course, killing it. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.